Hello, welcome on in. This is our collective reading of our higher self, that sixth dimensional, seventh dimensional self. Let's get right into our reading. We're first going to begin with a sense of self. How do we perceive ourselves? Fire of transformation, radical purification, violet flame, surrendering, and resurrection. So right now, we are having a sense of our higher self is seeing that we are lifting ourselves out of a cycle. We are lifting ourselves out of a physical limitation, and we're actually gravitating more towards our higher self spirituality. We're gravitating more towards our guardians, and this is something beautiful. This is something that we are perceiving ourselves being incredibly energetic. We are considering ourselves to be in a receiving motive with that phoenix and transformation. We are receiving a lot of downloads. We're receiving a lot of ways to awaken within our own limitations. Let's check out the imbalance of ourself. Let's see how the sense of who we are may need to be recalibrated. A sense of the bridge to our higher self. And I do want to make note, you have multiple higher selves, so this can look differently. But what I'm seeing is you're having a transformation with all of your higher selves. So this is beautiful. Now let's see where the imbalance is. And once we see where the imbalance is, we can really direct which higher self you're connecting with and to. Cities of light, Telos, Adama, inner earth, etheric retreats, family of light. So you are having an imbalance with a Lemurian aspect of yourself. You are having an imbalance that is from within. You're having a fourth dimensional imbalance. So the imbalance is actually you not recognizing that. I feel like the transformation, you're thinking you're transforming because maybe you are taking different physical actions. You may think that this transformation is because you're in a new environment or you switched up your spiritual practice, when that's not actually what's happening. What's happening is that you are changing from within. It has nothing to do with what you're doing externally and everything to do with how you are speaking to yourself and your higher self. Everything to do with how you are receiving emotions, everything to do with how you are receiving spiritual downloads, and nothing to do with how you're reacting to your environment. So let's check out the resources that you have within. What resource is there to remind you of your higher self? Blessing, beyond the soul path, honor all life, exchange of joy without karma or sacrifice. Blessings. So the inner strength that we are actually needing to heal is knowing that you are a blessing. I feel like you are in search of external blessings. You're in search of maybe material blessings, even spiritual blessings. You seek spiritual blessings as a guidance almost, and your higher self is here to show you that you are the blessing within. That connecting with your soul path, just because you're on your mission doesn't mean you are less important. Just because your mission is about putting others before yourself, or I feel like you have a very selfless lifestyle, and you have seen and subtracted yourself as a blessing. You are a blessing to others, and you also need to perceive that you're a blessing for your own self. And to have joy, you don't have to earn these blessings. You don't have to earn self-care. You don't have to earn this vulnerability. I think that's where we touched base. You don't have to earn vulnerability. It's okay to be vulnerable, especially with your higher self, because you are an extension, a piece of your higher self. Now, external resources. Let's see externally what's going on here with your higher self. Elders, spiritual mentoring, equality, stability, wisdom, experience, and counsel. So what I'm recognizing is that your higher self has been going to a lot of meetings with elders, a lot of meetings with higher vibrating beings. So your higher self that I'm speaking of at this moment is in the 6th dimensional spirit. So spiritually, you contact your higher self in the 6th dimension. Physically, you embody your higher self at the 7th dimension. So your higher self, its chakras, its Templars begin at the 7th dimension. Now, your higher self, you and your higher self right now are actually seeking guidance from higher vibrating beings. And this is stabilizing the sense of whenever you transform, whenever you ascend to another dimension, there's a feeling that you need to pay respect to something that is not you or source. We want to erase that because it is you and it is source. It isn't the doing of other things. It isn't a karmic relief or because you did XYZ. It's because you're transforming from within. So externally, you and your higher self, you guys are learning and being mentored because of your transformational experiences, being human and going through this 5D awakening. So let's see your light family. Let's see how or what is going on with your higher self's light family and see how we can get further guidance. Because your higher self has family, which in turn is your family. Flow, release control, divine will, oceanic consciousness. So I'm feeling as though your light family is a higher vibrating oceanic being, possibly mermaid, Melusine, dolphin, whale consciousness. It could also be avian ape. It really depends, whichever one kind of connected, but there is some sort of micromanaging that has been going on within how you want to connect with your light family, and you need to just forgive this. You have transformed out of a conditional way of receiving your light codes, receiving your higher self, and receiving your family. Now it's time to divinely allow your family in and recognize that they are in the oceans. They have a lot of connection to our earthly Gaia, Tara, Urantia oceans. Now let's check out a gift that is for yourself. What does your higher self gift you right now? Heart of Ascension. See, I knew this was all an ascension because that transformation is raising you higher and higher, and it's a blessing for you, for your soul within. And the elders are trying to show you how this is a blessing for you to hold tight to. And this isn't a heart ascension for everyone. This isn't something to share. This is something to hold and secure and protect within your own heart source. Because again, your higher self, your higher selves, your divine self all share chakra systems. So now this is not only a heart ascension for you personally, you're keeping protective, but it's for all of you. So because you went through this amazing transformation, you're able to forgive past versions and past lives that were not able to go through this ascension, go through this transformation, and begin speaking with elders. Now, you're experiencing a love for all, and you're actually having fun with it. You're expanding your heart chakras, you're expanding your heart Templar, and what's also beautiful is you're expanding the planet that you're living on, because Earth is the heart Templar, the heart chakra, the heart chakra of the Milky Way galaxy. And in turn, by ascending your heart, you're helping ascend the planet's heart, which is stunning. Now, what is a gift that your higher self and you have for the world to share? Family of light, signs, guidance, and ancient wisdom. This is absolutely beautiful. So know that I'm sensing along the lines as you go up, one of your divine self, you have one divine self. Your divine self is actually a part of the elders, and that's why such a lower vibrational star being was allowed within this circle of heart ascension, because they know that it is kin, it is directly in the DNA and chakra Templar connecting with you. So it descended, that elder DNA, all the way down to you, and it's for you to show off these signs. It's for you to guide others with your family, with your flow, with your oceanic guidance. It's in your DNA, and you are meant to share these ancient teachings. Now, what is a possible challenge from within that higher self and you are sharing? What is the possible challenge within? Dolphin baby. Interesting. So maybe you are a dolphin being. Lemurian origin, yes, that makes more sense. Timeless flow, adaptable, free, take your time. So inside, connecting with this dolphin vibration that you carry within you can be a challenge. Knowing that you are a Lemurian and that's one of your origins is challenging you, because maybe you have yet to practice and you've been releasing energy. You've been really on the masculine side and very organized and have a strict order in things, and that is completely opposite of a Lemurian entity. Knowing that you are timeless, so there is a hindering, because I feel like you have 5D chakras and you're just entering the 6th dimension. You're just entering this ability to play with time and space, but it has yet to reconfigure how you live in the world. You don't feel very adaptable. So a challenge from within is having the ability to adapt and really calling on your elders and working with your heart chakra. And when you are having issues with adapting in a situation, practice on receiving more than releasing and letting go. Practice on receiving. Forgive the situation for changing, but also understand that change is the only consistent thing in our timeline. So forgive that, allow it to come around to you, and ask the elders, ask your dolphin self, ask your higher self, your oceanic self, to pour that ancient wisdom from within. So it's not so much as a challenge, but now it's more homework. Now it's more of, okay, I get to work on this with my higher self for my divine self. Now, a possible challenge externally. A possible challenge for you and your higher selves, elven ones. Divine creation codes, star-born architects, devas, and sacred geometry. Interesting, elven ones may be an external issue. So this is bringing really like elementals, I'm seeing the challenge. Which is quite interesting. I absolutely love this. So I am speaking to someone who has very different higher selves. You have a higher self that is dolphin. You have a higher self that is of fae or elven origins, and they do not meet eye to eye. So this can be confusing when you're interacting, but the thing is to find a common ground. You have one that has Lemurian origin, you have one that understands adaptable energy, and then you have another one that doesn't understand flow because they are a creator. You have one that doesn't understand, your elven side, doesn't understand very human things because they are vibrating at such a higher rate, even though they are of Urantia. There's still a disconnect, an energetic disconnect, where Lemurians are actually closer to your DNA right now versus the elven ones, versus that fae higher self. So that is very interesting that is an external issue at this time. I would really work with all parts of your higher self and see how they connect to your divine self. And your divine self is one of the rays. And part of your divine self came up with this violet flame. So I would connect with the violet flame first. And then I would connect with these two higher selves, dolphin and elven. Not elven, elf. Or fae, and see where they connect with the violet flame. Now, what is a new opportunity for you and your higher selves when you do this? Ooh, storm. It's okay to feel it all. You're going to receive a cleanse, a collapsing of an old system is going to happen within you, and you're going to be realigned. So storms, they're chaotic, they mess up things, so then you can actually create from a higher place. How I like to see storms love to enter in places that are dense. Storms enter to break up, cause destruction, and from destruction something new is always created. Because matter never ends. It doesn't cease to exist. It is existing in a new formation. So how can you see yourself transforming with the violet flame and still existing with two different higher selves, and know that these higher selves are speaking with elders? Know that one of your higher selves is a star-born being. So these are very important facts, and it's going to help your heart Templar, your heart chakra, ascend with both of these higher selves. Now that is our higher self reading for this week. Thank you so much. Namaste, bless.